I hope traders and investors alike were green yesterday. If not, I hope you're at least hedged well so you have some protection for this pullback. Today is the big day with the CPI data. No matter what the numbers are, it's all about how the market handles it. You can look at whether the numbers are higher or lower. You can find a different way to look at it than what it seems. The market has been acting like a spoiled brat lately. Um, Here at Trend Catalyst, we play the action. We're going to make money on whichever direction this market moves today, and try not to overthink any of the drama that's going on under the hood. Just get in here, get what's ours, and keep it moving. We did start seeing some heavy bearish flow come in at the end of the day yesterday for the IWM. The SPY seen some too, but we did see some very big orders come in for the IWM. There's a lot of stocks held in the IWM, medium, the small cap, the medium caps in there, the banks are in there. Just a lot going on in the market. With a huge pullback yesterday. Tesla was up this morning. The Chinese stocks are up big this morning. EDU, BILI, BABA, XP, Baidu, PDD, JD, NEO, they're all up. Seeing some stuff, looks like some, come in buying some dip action this morning. Zem's been bought back a little bit. See it up there, save. All right, let's get into the charts. So this is AMC. We've been short-term bullish, more not super long-term bearish, but we've been bearish on the market overall, at least for this year, the rest of this year. AMC, we got this big pop last week. We've been trading it, been unable to get out of, break free of the moving averages. The 20 right now is support. See if we can the put the call, CPC, the put the call ratio, right back to the bearish zone. You can see we have just been, you can tell basically that the market is steady hedging. The market knows these numbers are coming out. Just this is proof that the big money is hedging their positions because they're expecting a pullback. See where we go today. This is the McLaren oscillators for the NASDAQ. We cooled off. We were in the overbought territory and cooled off big time yesterday. It's exactly what we needed. The New York Stock Exchange actually went to the negative side of neutral. It's right where we want to be. The US dollar. The dollar rising puts pressure on the market. This is a very bullish chart. Getting ready to cross. MACD's getting ready to cross here. Nice rounded bottom. Looks like it wants to push. It's going to put pressure on the market. Rising crude will put pressure on the market as well. This is the VIX. We've been calling for UVXY puts. Yesterday, this thing finally popped with some fear into it. Back above the 950 resistance. See what it does at the 50. If it can't take that 50 out, then we're back with UVXY puts. If it takes that 50 out, your 20 would be your next target. UVXY calls. Apple, Wednesday's candle, a lot of people went in because that was a huge bullish engulfing candle. A lot of groups were buying calls, holding overnight, thinking they're going to get this big pop in the morning. And these signals that were working, and that is a bullish signal, we should get a follow through. These signals that were working in last summer, a year ago, 2 years ago, in November, even in December, are just not working now for follow through days. Everybody's calling for the bottom, and here at Trend Catalyst, we're just sitting back playing the action, thinking we got more downside coming. Just trying to protect our capital, get in, make some money every day. Get in and make money every day. Abby pulled back yesterday with the market. We've been bearish on this yesterday morning. Talked about how this was probably a lower high, and it's exactly what we got. AMD, the market has just not been happy with AMD for some reason. They did guide down yesterday. you can see the bearishness here. That one big candle. This is like pretty much like a tabletop, or you can look at it like a tower top right there. It's not textbook, but you can see the bearishness coming into it. I would finish drawing this line out and see if we get a test from, if we do continue down, watch that for a test. Watch your 50 and 20 first. They had Investors Day yesterday, guided down. All these companies guiding down is very bearish. These economists, they're hawkish. The Fed's hawkish. You have the government, closed door meetings. Yellen's coming out being hawkish. She's been dovish the whole time. Almost feels like Yellen may be the fall guy in all this. It's election year. Just a lot of worried going on. I'm not trying to get political, but there's definitely been some mistakes made. And it's the government. They're always making some kind of mistakes. And I'm not talking party-wise. Just massive printing of money. For COVID, just a lot of mistakes made. They may have felt like the right things to do at the time, but has caused a lot of problems. Yesterday, this is a firm, we called out this diamond bearish pattern, and we got the breach below, watching a firm for more downside. This is the firm's 15. You can see we pulled back, and we didn't chop around like we did at the SPY for a while. This opened up, pulled back, retested. That's your perfect entry right there. Your retest. For me, I'm a more conservative trader. I wait for it to break below the previous candles, the previous low, most of the time. Sometimes I will take a trade on the first candle. This is AMC's 15-minute chart, come down to support. Watch this area. If we break below this area, we're bearish. If we can get up above this 200 here, bullish for today. Sometimes they'll come after a meme stock on a bad day. The rest of the market's selling off. Sometimes they'll come after meme stocks. This is why it's good to have them on the radar. It's not an investment. We're here to make money. It's an opportunity. AMD, you can see we come down, tested at the end of the day yesterday. We tested this 98.80. This 100 area is a big area. I'd need to be above 100 to go in bullish. Watch the action, see what we do at market open. If we take this yesterday's low out, we're bearish. If we take out the 100-ish area, we're bullish. Amazon, we called this candle out the day of the split after market close. The next morning we talked about how bearish this candle was, and we have pulled back ever since. Apple pulled back yesterday, found support down here at 142.64. If we can take yesterday's low out, we're bearish. If we can take this level out right here, we can look for calls. So that looks like 143, basically 144. If we can take that out, bullish for today. Take out yesterday's low, we're bearish for the day. Boeing, when this had this pop here, we put this chart on and talked, said that it was a nice looking candle, but Boeing has trouble holding its pops. Put in a tabletop here and has starting to pull back. And you can see right here, rated market open, it started to pull back. So why the market was chopping, Boeing was already going to work pulling back. Watch yesterday's low. If we can possibly take this 50 out, maybe we can look for calls to the upside. If we take out the yesterday's low, we're bearish. And that goes for all stocks. Looking to take out yesterday's low to go in bearish. You can see Cliff, we've been talking about like Sunday's video. We did a video just on charts, and we said the metal plays were looking bearish. They were starting to turn into bear flags. A lot of them had some nice looking charts. They pushed for a few days, and then they started to turn bearish again. You can see yesterday, rated market open once again, pulled back. That's the second day in a row this thing's pulled back. Just not a healthy move. Pulling back in pre-market. Clift. This is the daily chart. You can see we broke below support here. Chevron, I'm looking for a retest of this trend line. I'm going to get this drawn out. Maybe take a swing there if we can get a retest of that trend line, possibly. CVX down on support right now. Not too sure what crude's doing right this second. It was up. 10-year bond, VIX. Just checking out Yahoo Finance. I got it up on another screen. Just checking some of the futures. You got this little double bottom action right here on ExxonMobil, and it pushed back up. Could not. This would be considered your next line. It really didn't push off from it very well yesterday. Come back down, tested resistance down here. We take this resistance out to the downside. We're bearish. And Bollinger Bands looks like it wants to get, looks like it's getting ready to make a big move the way they're pinching like that. GME, this flag, we popped out of it. We pulled back below the 9, sitting on top the 50 now. 20's coming up. If we can hold that 50, maybe we can push. It's just all depends on the market, because like I say, I don't want to be too overly bearish on the meme stocks right now, because they can come for them out of nowhere. So if we take out 127.80 to the downside, we look for bearish plays. We're watching the 50 to the upside. Above that 50 to 130.11 is your 50 on your 15. Let's watch for resistance right here. Draw your resistance level. Watch for this area right here. You're going to have a zone in here. Definitely going to be a resistance zone. It may struggle to get through that area. Resistance, support resistance is not just a single line. You need to add a little bit depending on the stock. It could be a few cents either way. It could be a few dollars. I mean, Tesla's, more dollars, where a slower moving stock would be more in 2 cents. So you got the Qs pull back yesterday. Looks like we did close just barely, but looks like we're possibly below the 20 right there. Need to see where we open up at. Yesterday's low, 299, 40-ish area. If we take that out, we're bullish or bearish. If we can push up, I really like to see it take out 302 before I was to come in and try to get too overly bullish on it. I'm not sure the fib levels offhand. Definitely will be calling the fib levels in the Discord. Bear flag pulling back. This is the 20-year bond. We've been calling for puts on this as of the time that it breached out of the flag. Puts with proper strikes would pay nicely. IWM, watch for yesterday's low. You can see we've already kind of been below it already. So, get your levels drawn at market open. Draw your level for your highest point. Draw your level for your lowest point, and that'll give you something to work with at open. Nothing guaranteed, but that gives you something to work with at open. MRO, come down here testing. We're a little above our support line, but it's finding support here. If we take out yesterday's low, we are bearish. I would like to take this 50 out to the upside before I would think about putting, opening calls up. Facebook yesterday was Facebook's first day as trading as Meta. The market seemed very unhappy with it. It just got beat up right from market open. We talked yesterday about how we had took this trend line out. So we took the trend line out. We were still in a very big area. We had our 50 there. End up getting snatched back. Market definitely did not like, as you can see, rated open, we just started snatching. That made a huge move. It's like a $7, possibly a $10 move. It would have paid very nicely if you were been able to stay in them the whole time. MRO broke below this 20 there. Sorry, broke below the 9. The next target, if we can't get back above that 9, I would watch the 20. We'll be watching these energy names for pullbacks on calls. You can see Oxy slanted right down, pushed up in after hours, and in pre-market. Looks like we had a nice push up here, right there. And this is pre-market, after hours pre-market, like right at the 4 a.m. edge, 8 p.m., 4 a.m. Eastern time. move. You can see Oxy broke below its support level. Want to see where it opens today. We broke below the 9 and 20. So we will be watching these names for swing trades coming up. Short-term swing trades, nothing long, but there's opportunities there. We'll be watching them and calling out some trade alerts on those. So CRM, Salesforce, still trading in this flag we talked about yesterday. It did try to push out. It got pulled back into the flag. We did breach. You can see where we did breach, but nothing, crazy. Trading flat in that flag. We can get a move out of that flag one way or the other. We should get a nice move. Textbook says it should go up, but, the textbook is wrong a lot of the times. So SoFi, we said yesterday, let's go look at the daily chart. We said yesterday that we were bearish on the stock overall because of this trend line and how we were pulling away from it. Then we broke below all our major moving averages, and we just broke down yesterday. And if you go back and look at the chart real quick, the market was choppy and then pulled back. SoFi was a market leader to the downside. This is what we do here. We look for the leaders. If the stock, the asset is not outperforming the market, there's no need to trade it. You trade the market, trade the SPY, the Qs, the IWM. But you can see right at market open, it just snatched back. So it didn't pull back because of the market. Maybe it pulled back extra because of the market, but it was on its way back anyway. The SPY, same big candle. Now we are below all our major moving averages again. MACD is getting ready to roll. All depends on what these numbers are today and how the market handles it. You can see we're right down here on this 401.44 area, testing support. We have a fib level at 398 as well. Keep an eye on those levels, 404 to the upside. If we push, we move this chart here just to talk about this 9 on the weekly chart and how we were at resistance and how this was a big area, and we did push up into it and have been rejected. This is exactly why this chart was put in this list. You have a high, a lower high, a lower high. So these are the reasons why we've been bearish on the market. Tesla, chopping around yesterday, was able to get some trades on it. You can see it pushed at market open, was able to get a nice trade in that. Then pulled back, broke below the daily low, pulled back again. That was entry area right there. Come down here, found some support. It has pushed back up this morning in pre-market, and now it's coming right back down to the support that it lost yesterday afternoon. It's finding support there. Again, see if it'll hold. Below yesterday's low, we're looking for bearish on. It doesn't matter which asset. All assets are looking about the same right now. UNG chopped around the day before, had a big pullback because of the Newport fire, which provided opportunities. We called it live on the news squawks. Based around here, big drop. Right here was yesterday's low, or yesterday when we opened, we pulled down, put in a new low, and then it just ripped to the upside as the market was pulling back. Natural gas went to work. Upstart, we've been bearish on this all week. We've been talking about how this is possibly a double top it's putting in here, and bearish trade is working. Upstart, right from market open, we were pulling back. We did not chop like the SPY. We did not try to push. We come right back into our resistance levels and pull back as perfect as planned. Wells Fargo, just an ugly candle yesterday. Bad action as well. The banks got beat up. The whole market got beat up for the most part. ExxonMobil, it's a strong stock. Watching this 9 here, may try to look for a swing off that 9. Zim, downtrending. We talked yesterday morning about how it was pulling back in pre-market again, and it just continued to pull back. Nothing to see there. Zim daily chart. Okay, that concludes our video for today. Good luck, everybody. I hope to see you in the trading room. Numbers come out at 8:30. We will be live. Well, actually, we'll be live sooner than 9:30, but we will be live for market commentary, option flow, call all these levels, try to explain the news and the numbers as it happens. Have a good day, everyone. See you in the trading room.